Welcome to Final Year 5 Homework 19 Walkthrough. Question 1. Why do you need a balanced diet? The correct answer is B. It will give you all the nutrients you need to grow and stay healthy. A balanced diet provides everything your body needs, like proteins, vitamins, and minerals, helping you stay strong and grow properly. Question 2. What is this text describing? The correct answer is A. It is describing two problems people can have if their digestive system does not work right. One problem is having celiac disease. The other is being lactose intolerant. The passage talks about people who cannot digest certain foods. Some react to gluten, which is called celiac disease, and others cannot digest dairy, which is called lactose intolerance. Question 3. What does the word symptom mean? How do you know? The correct answer is B. Symptom means something that happens to you if you get sick. People with celiac disease get stomach aches and diarrhea. The text says these are symptoms of celiac disease. A symptom is a sign that something is wrong in your body. The passage says that stomach aches and diarrhea are symptoms of celiac disease. Question 4. What does lactose intolerant mean? The correct answer is A. It means being unable to digest the sugar that is found in milk and dairy products. Lactose intolerance happens when the body cannot break down lactose, a type of sugar in dairy. This can cause stomach pain, diarrhea, and other problems. Question 5. According to the passage, placing the receiver next to the television might result in a hum or noise. The correct answer is A. The text advises keeping the unit at least 3 feet away from a television or fluorescent light to avoid a humming or background noise. Question 6. As used in item number 2, which is the best antonym for the word rural? The correct answer is C. Rural refers to countryside areas, so its opposite, or antonym, is urban, which refers to cities. Question 7. The author's tone can best be described as instructive. The correct answer is D. The passage provides step-by-step instructions and troubleshooting tips, making the tone instructive. Question 8. According to the passage, if the reader lives in a rural area with weak FM radio signals, which of the following will most likely improve the problem? The correct answer is B. Connecting the unit to an outdoor antenna. The text specifically suggests using an outdoor antenna in areas far from a strong city signal. Question 9. This passage is most likely to appear in an instruction manual. The correct answer is A. The format and content are clearly those of an instruction or troubleshooting guide for a product. Question 10. As used in the passage title, what does the word troubleshooting mean? The correct answer is D. Troubleshooting involves identifying and fixing issues that arise with the device or system. Question 11. If after purchasing the receiver the customer sees that it is missing a cable, he or she should call customer support. The correct answer is D. The text instructs readers to call the customer support center if the power cable is damaged or if they have problems not listed, so missing a cable would require a support call. Question 12. The bridge is very low. The correct answer is B. The word the is a definite article used before the noun bridge to specify which bridge is being referred to. Question 13. Quick, my tea is burning. The correct answer is C. The word my is a possessive determiner indicating ownership of tea. Question 14. Their beans on toast looked delicious. The correct answer is D. The word their is a possessive determiner showing that the beans on toast belong to them. Question 15. There are many museums in London. The correct answer is C. The word many is a quantifier determiner indicating a large but unspecified number of museums. Question 16. I need some socks. The correct answer is A. The word some is a quantifier determiner referring to an unspecified number of socks. Question 17. She lost her new scooter. The correct answer is A. The word her is a possessive determiner that describes whose scooter it is. Question 18. 6 dogs barked together. The correct answer is B. The word 6 is a determiner indicating the exact number of dogs. Question 19. My house is a long way off. The correct answer is D. The word my is a possessive determiner showing that the house belongs to the speaker. Question 20. Several furious members of the gang held a meeting on their motorbikes. The correct answer is C. The word several is a quantifier determiner indicating an indefinite, but more than one, number of members. Question 21. I put my bedroom light on because the daylight was fading. The correct answer is D. The word my is a possessive determiner modifying bedroom light, while the word the is a definite article modifying daylight. Choose the letter of the correct spelling of the following misspelt words. Place your answer in the space provided before every number. Question 22. Absence. The correct answer is C. Absence is spelled A-B-S-E-N-C-E. A common mistake is to add an extra letter or misspell the ending. Question 23. Accommodate, accommodation. The correct answer is D. Both words have two C's and two M's. Accommodate is spelled A-C-C-O-M-M-O-D-A-T-E, and accommodation is spelled A-C-C-O-M-M-O-D-A-T-I-O-N. Question 24. Achieve. The correct answer is B. Achieve is spelled A-C-H-I-E versus E. It follows the I before E except after C rule. Question 25. Across. The correct answer is B. Across is spelled A-C-R-O-S-S with one C and two S's. Question 26. Aggressive. The correct answer is D. Aggressive is spelled A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I versus E. It has 2 gigaseconds and 2 S's. Question 27. Apparently. The correct answer is A. Apparently is spelled A-P-P-A-R-E-N-T-L-Y. You can spot the word parent in the middle. Question 28. Appearance. The correct answer is C. Appearance is spelled A-P-P-E-A-R-A-N-C-E. Notice the double P and the ear part in the middle. Question 29. Argument. The correct answer is A. Argument is spelled A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T. A common mistake is adding an extra E, as in argument. Question 30. Assassination. The correct answer is D. Assassination is spelled A-S-S-A-S-S-I-N-A-T-I-O-N, with 2 sets of double S's. Complete each of the following sentences carefully by picking one modal verb that suits best the sentence. Place your answer on the space provided before every number. Question 31. Pasha blank do her homework. The correct answer is A. Can, may, might, will, must. These modals show possibility, permission, or ability. For example, saying Pasha can do her homework expresses that she has the ability to do it. Question 32. He was so tired he blank keep his eyes open. The correct answer is B. Couldn't, wouldn't. These modals focus on inability or refusal in the past. In a sentence like he was so tired he couldn't keep his eyes open, couldn't shows that he was unable to do so. Question 33. Tom is a great footballer. He blank even playing goal. The correct answer is C. Can, may, might, will, would, must, should. These modals often express possibility, ability, or certainty. For example, he might even play in goal suggests a strong possibility that Tom could take that position. Question 34. If she keeps trying hard, she, blank, just have a chance. The correct answer is C. May, might, will, must, should. All of these convey varying degrees of possibility or necessity. For example, she might just have a chance expresses a moderate possibility of success. Question 35. He is still learning. He, blank, do his shoelaces up just yet. The correct answer is A. Can't. Can't indicates lack of ability or permission. Saying he can't do his shoelaces up means he is not yet able to tie them properly. Question 36. You, blank, hurt people or steal things. The correct answer is D. Will, can't, shouldn't. These modals can express future certainty, will, inability, can't, or advisability, shouldn't. For instance, you shouldn't hurt people states that it is not right to do so. Question 37. When you have finished, you, blank, leave the table. The correct answer is C. May, can, must, might, should, can't, shouldn't. These modals cover permission, may, can, obligation, must, should, possibility, might, and prohibition, can't, shouldn't. A sentence like, you may leave the table when you have finished, grants polite permission. Question 38. It has been ordered, so when they get there, they blank, find it waiting for them. The correct answer is A. May, might, will, must, should. These express different levels of certainty or requirement. For example, they must find it waiting for them shows a strong certainty. Question 39. The bitter cold makes it certain there blank be icy roads tomorrow. The correct answer is B, may, might, will. All three indicate varying degrees of possibility or future tense. There might be icy roads tomorrow warns of a possible slippery situation. Question 40. I blank happily swap places with a millionaire. The correct answer is B, would, wouldn't, might, will. These modals handle hypothetical scenarios, would, wouldn't, as well as possibility or future action, might, will. For example, I would happily swap places with a millionaire suggests a hypothetical willingness to change situations. Ellipses. Read each sentence below. Identify what the ellipses in each of the sentences indicate. Write the correct letter on the line. Question 41. John really wanted to keep going, but he knew that without Jim. The correct answer is B. The ellipsis represents an unfinished thought, showing that John is thinking about what happens without Jim, but does not complete his sentence. Question 42. New people moved in and out, and then someone else moved in. The correct answer is A. The ellipsis indicates a passage of time, showing the continuous cycle of people moving in and out. Question 43. She was hesitant, but she said, I do like you, but that doesn't change anything. The correct answer is B. The ellipsis represents an unfinished thought, as she hesitates before finishing her sentence. Question 44. The dog ran away, the cat had kittens, and we got a hamster. The correct answer is A. The ellipses show a passage of time, indicating that different events happened sequentially. Question 45. I really want to go, Anne said. It's just. The correct answer is B. The ellipsis shows an unfinished thought, indicating that Anne is hesitating or unable to complete her sentence. Question 46. According to business coach Wyatt Miller, the contract is probably one of the most important documents in business. Without it, business could not effectively be done. The correct answer is C. The ellipsis is used to indicate text from a quotation, where part of the original quote has been omitted. Question 47. Growing potatoes is a fairly simple procedure. The correct answer is B. The ellipsis represents an unfinished thought, leading into an explanation of the topic. Question 48. Night came and we dozed off. By the time we woke, it was too late. The correct answer is A. The ellipsis shows a passage of time, indicating that time passed between falling asleep and waking up. Question 49. Cheating is so, well, there's no good reason for it, is what I mean. The correct answer is B. The ellipsis represents an unfinished thought, showing hesitation or a pause in speech. Question 50. The ball soared into the air and through the goalposts for a 50-yard field goal. The correct answer is A. The ellipsis indicates a passage of time, showing that the ball was in the air before reaching the goalposts. Algebra. Adding, subtracting, and multiplying letters. Give the answer to each of the following equations below. Choose the letter of your answer and put it in the line provided below. Question 51. 3a plus 2a equals what? The correct answer is C. The correct answer is 5a. When you add 3a and 2a, you get 5a. Question 52. 7a minus 5a equals what? The correct answer is D. The correct answer is 2a. When you subtract 5a from 7a, you get 2a. Question 53. 7a plus 2b equals what? The correct answer is A. The correct answer is 7a plus 2b. These are not like terms, so they cannot be simplified further. Question 54. 9a minus 2b equals what? The correct answer is C. The correct answer is 9a minus 2b. Since they are different terms, they cannot be combined. Question 55. 3a multiplied by 2 equals what? The correct answer is B. The correct answer is 6a. Multiply 3 by 2 to get 6 and keep the a. Question 56. A multiplied by b equals what? The correct answer is C. The correct answer is AB. When multiplying two different variables, you write them together as AB. Question 57. 6a multiplied by b equals what? The correct answer is A. The correct answer is 6ab. Multiply 6a by b to get 6ab. Question 58. 3a multiplied by 2b equals what? The correct answer is A. The correct answer is 6ab. Multiply 3 by 2 to get 6, and multiply a by b to get ab. Question 59. A multiplied by 0 equals what? The correct answer is B. The correct answer is 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is always 0. Question 60. A multiplied by 1 equals what? The correct answer is D. The correct answer is A. Anything multiplied by 1 stays the same. Question 61. A multiplied by A equals what? The correct answer is D. The correct answer is A squared. When you multiply A by itself, you write it as A raised to the power of 2. Question 62. 3A multiplied by A equals what? The correct answer is D. The correct answer is 3A squared. Multiply 3A by A to get 3A raised to the power of 2. Substitution. Substitute these values into each expression. A equals 5, B equals 2. Choose the letter of the correct answer and place your answer on the space provided before every number. Question 63. A plus B when A equals 5 and B equals 2. 5 plus 2 equals 7. The correct answer is A. The correct answer is 7. Question 64. A minus B when A equals 5 and B equals 2. 5 minus 2 equals 3. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is 3. Question 65. 2A plus 3B when A equals 5 and B equals 2. 2 times 5 plus 3 times 2 equals 10 plus 6 equals 16. The correct answer is D. The correct answer is 16. Question 66. 5A minus B when A equals 5 and B equals 2. 5 times 5 minus 2 equals 25 minus 2 equals 23. The correct answer is A. The correct answer is 23. Now, substitute x equals 4, y equals 7, and z equals 2. Question 67. X plus y plus z. 4 plus 7 plus 2 equals 13. The correct answer is D. The correct answer is 13. Amasik, Rusanin. Question 68. 2x minus y plus 3z. 2 times 4 minus 7 plus 3 times 2 equals 8 minus 7 plus 6 equals 7. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is 7. Question 69. 4y plus 2z minus x. 4 times 7 plus 2 times 2 minus 4 equals 28 plus 4 minus 4 equals 28. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is 28. Equations. Choose the letter of the correct solution for the equations below. Put the answer in the space provided. Question 70. The equation is A minus 3 equals 5. To solve for A, add 3 to both sides. A minus 3 plus 3 equals 5 plus 3. A equals 8. The correct answer is D. The correct answer is A equals 8. Question 71. The equation is 66 equals 6C. To solve for C, divide both sides by 6. 66 divided by 6 equals 11. C equals 11. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is C equals 11. Question 72. The equation is 30 equals 6x. To solve for x, divide both sides by 6. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. X equals 5. The correct answer is D. The correct answer is x equals 5. Question 73. The equation is n divided by 3 equals 12. To solve for n, multiply both sides by 3. N divided by 3 times 3 equals 12 times 3. N equals 36. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is N equals 36. Question 74. The equation is 2x minus 4 equals 12. To solve for x, first add 4 to both sides. 2x minus 4 plus 4 equals 12 plus 4. 2x equals 16. Now divide both sides by 2. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. X equals 8. The correct answer is A. The correct answer is x equals 8. Question 75. The equation is 3x minus 5 equals 16. To solve for x, first add 5 to both sides. 3x minus 5 plus 5 equals 16 plus 5. 3x equals 21. Now divide both sides by 3. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. X equals 7. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is x equals 7. Solve the following algebraic expressions and choose your answer among the choices provided. Put the letter of your choice in the space provided before the number. Question 76. N is added to 4. The correct answer is A. The correct expression is 4 plus n. Question 77. Sum of 4 and y. The correct answer is C. The correct expression is 4 plus y. Question 78. Sum of g and 6. The correct answer is D. The correct expression is g plus 6. Question 79. 2 is added to h. The correct answer is D. The correct expression is h plus 2. Question 80. Z minus 3. The correct answer is B. The correct expression is z minus 3. Question 81. Product of 4 and y. The correct answer is A. The correct expression is 4y. Question 82. 6 times f. The correct answer is B. The correct expression is 6f. Question 83. 4 less than m. The correct answer is C. The correct expression is m minus 4. Question 84. 8 minus x. The correct answer is C. The correct expression is 8 minus x. Question 85. R divided by 5. The correct answer is A. The correct expression is R divided by 5. Question 86. Jenny is y years old. Her husband Bill is 4 years older. Write down an expression in terms of y for Bill's age. The correct answer is A. The correct expression is y plus 4. Question 87. Joe has n coins in his collection. His son Dan has 3 times as many coins. Write down an expression in terms of n for the number of coins in Dan's collection. The correct answer is D. The correct expression is 3 n's. BIDMAS. Calculations. Question 88. 7 plus 3 multiplied by 6. According to BIDMAS, we do multiplication before addition. 3 multiplied by 6 equals 18. Now add 7 to 18 to get 25. The correct answer is A. The correct answer is 25. Question 89. Open bracket, 7 plus 3 close bracket multiplied by 6. First, calculate inside the brackets. 7 plus 3 equals 10. Now multiply 10 by 6 to get 60. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is 60. Question 90. 4 plus 5 multiplied by 2 minus 1. First, do the multiplication. 5 multiplied by 2 equals 10. Now do 4 plus 10 equals 14. Finally, subtract 1 from 14 to get 13. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is 13. Question 91. 3 plus 4 multiplied by 3 squared. First, do the exponent. 3 squared equals 9. Then do the multiplication. 4 multiplied by 9 equals 36. Finally, add 3. 3 plus 36 equals 39. The correct answer is D. The correct answer is 39. Function machines work out the missing numbers below. Question 92. We start with 5 and apply the function plus 6. 5 plus 6 equals 11. So the missing number is 11. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is A equals 11. Question 93. Now we apply the same function to reach 20 as the final output. We ask, what number plus 6 equals 20? 14 plus 6 equals 20. So the missing number is 14. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is A equals 14. VR. Letter relationships. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. The alphabet has been written above to help you answer the following questions. In each question below, find the letters that will complete the sentence in the best way and write them in the space provided. Question 94. FB is to GD as PM is to what? Explanation. The first letter shift is from F to G. F is the 6th letter of the alphabet, and G is the 7th letter. That is plus 1. The second letter shift is from B to D. B is the 2nd letter, and D is the 4th letter. That is plus 2. We apply these same shifts to PM. P plus 1 is Q, M plus 2 is O. The answer is QO. Question 95. NA is to LF as XN is to what? Explanation. The first letter shift is from N to L. N is the 14th letter, and L is the 12th letter. That is minus 2. The second letter shift is from A to F. A is the first letter, and F is the 6th letter. That is plus 5. We apply these same shifts to XN. X minus 2 is V. N plus 5 is S. The answer is versus S. Question 96. FH is to DF as UY is to what? Explanation. The first letter shift is from F to D. F is the 6th letter, and D is the 4th letter. That is minus 2. The second letter shift is from H to F. H is the 8th letter, and F is the 6th letter. That is minus 2. We apply these same shifts to UY. U minus 2 is S. Y minus 2 is W. The answer is SW. Question 97. Km is to Oj as Vh is to what? Explanation. The first letter shift is from K to O. K is the 11th letter, and O is the 15th letter. That is +4. The second letter shift is from M to J. M is the 13th letter, and J is the 10th letter. That is -3. We apply these same shifts to verses H. V +4 is Z. H -3 is E. The answer is ZE. Question 98. DI is to EEE, as RQ is to what? Explanation. The first letter shift is from D to E. D is the 4th letter, and E is the 5th letter. That is +1. The second letter shift is from I to E. I is the 9th letter, and E is the 5th letter. That is -4. We apply these same shifts to RQ. R +1 is S. Q -4 is M. The answer is SM. Question 99. AL is to HL as PX is to what? Explanation. The first letter shift is from A to H. A is the first letter, and H is the 8th letter. That is +7. The second letter shift is from L to L. L is the 12th letter, and that does not change. We apply these same shifts to PX. P +7 is W. X remains X. The answer is WX. Question 100. ED is to IV as XC is to what? Explanation. The first letter shift is from E to I. E is the 5th letter and I is the 9th letter. That is +4. The second letter shift is from D to V. D is the 4th letter and V is the 22nd letter. That is +18. We apply these same shifts to XC. X +4 goes past Z and lands at B. C +18 lands at U, so the answer is BU. Extra work. Self-publishing. A word of caution. Question 101. According to the author, it is now possible for people with very little training to publish a book because new digital printing technology is available. Answer. Option A. New digital printing technology is available. Explanation. In the beginning of the passage, the author states, because of new digital printing technology available, people with very little training can publish a book. This directly supports option A. The reason why people with little training can publish a book is because of the new digital printing technology that makes it possible. Question 102. The author's main argument is that self-publishing is a risky distraction from the business of writing. Answer. Option C. A risky distraction from the business of writing. Explanation. While the author acknowledges that self-publishing appeals to writers, the passage emphasizes potential downsides. Writers must invest their own resources. There is also a risk of dealing with questionable companies. Additionally, they may be disappointed if the book is not successful. These cautions show the author's view that self-publishing can distract writers from focusing on producing higher quality work. Question 103. The author apparently believes that it is common for writers to be worried about publishing their books and eager to be famous. Answer. Option B. 1 and 2 only. Explanation. The passage indicates that writers often worry about getting published. This supports statement 1. The passage also suggests that writers may believe they will become famous through self-publishing. This supports statement 2. However, the text does not strongly suggest that writers are all unhappy with publishing companies. This means statement 3 is not strongly supported. The correct answer is statement 1 and statement 2 only. Question 104. In paragraph 2, the author writes that if publishers have rejected a book, this may be for good reason. By this, the author means to say that rejected books are typically not very good. Answer. Option D. Rejected books are typically not very good. Explanation. The author suggests that if a book has been turned down by publishers, it may indicate genuine issues with the manuscript. In other words, there is usually a legitimate reason why publishers do not accept a book. This supports option D. Question 105. In the final paragraph, the author writes, if a story is truly good, someone in the publishing world will eventually take notice. This statement is intended to encourage writers to avoid self-publishing. Answer. Option C. Encourage writers to avoid self-publishing. Explanation. The author advises writers to focus on making their writing better rather than resorting to self-publishing. The idea is that if the quality of the work is truly high, a reputable publisher will eventually want to publish it. This discourages the need to self-publish, and encourages writers to wait until their work is recognized by professionals in the publishing industry. Question 106. Foods it is found in. Gluten, which causes celiac disease, is found in foods that contain wheat, barley, or rye. Lactose, which causes lactose intolerance, is found in dairy products. Question 107. Heard of digestive system affected. Gluten affects the small intestine. Lactose affects both the small intestine and the large intestine. Question 108. Best way to treat. The best way to treat celiac disease is to not eat foods that contain gluten. The best way to treat lactose intolerance is to not eat or drink foods that contain lactose. Spelling test. Correct the following misspelt words. Question 109. The correct spelling of the word is basically. Explanation. The incorrect spelling basically is missing the letter A before the letter L. The correct spelling is B-A-S-I-C-A-L-L-Y. The correct form follows the pattern of adding the letters A-L-L-Y to the word basic. Question 110. The correct spelling of the word is beginning. Explanation. The incorrect spelling beginning is missing an extra letter N. When adding the ending ing to the word begin, the letter N is doubled. The correct spelling is B-E-G-I-N-N-I-N-G. Question 111. The correct spelling of the word is believe. Explanation. The incorrect spelling believe is missing the letter E after the letter I. The correct spelling is B-E-L-I-E-V-E. This follows the common spelling rule that says I before E except after C. Question 112. The correct spelling of the word is business. Explanation. The incorrect spelling business has the letters I and U in the wrong order. The correct spelling is B-U-S-I-N-E-S-S. The correct form keeps B-U-S at the beginning, followed by I-N-E-S-S. Question 113. The correct spelling of the word is calendar. Explanation. The incorrect spelling calendar has the wrong ending. The correct spelling is C-A-L-E-N-D-A-R. The word ends with the letters A-R instead of E-R. Question 114. The correct spelling of the word is Caribbean. Explanation. The incorrect spelling Caribbean places an extra letter R before the letter I. The correct spelling is C-A-R-I-B-B-E-A-N. The word has only one letter R at the beginning and two letter B's in the middle. Question 115. The correct spelling of the word is category. Explanation. The incorrect spelling category replaces the correct letter E with the letter A. The correct spelling is C-A-T-E-G-O-R-Y. The correct form keeps C-A-T-E at the beginning, followed by G-O-R-Y. Question 116. The correct spelling of the word is cemetery. Explanation. The incorrect spelling cemetery changes the last letter E to the letter A. The correct spelling is C-E-M-E-T-E-R-Y. The correct form has the letter E repeated 3 times in the word. Question 117. The correct spelling of the word is colleague. Explanation. The incorrect spelling colleague is missing the letter A. The correct spelling is C-O-L-L-E-A-G-U-E. The correct form follows the pattern of words like league. Question 118. The correct spelling of the word is coming. Explanation. The incorrect spelling coming has an unnecessary extra letter M. The correct spelling is C-O-M-I-N-G. When adding ing to the word come, the final letter E is removed, but the letter M does not double. Question 119. The correct spelling of the word is committee. Explanation. The incorrect spelling committio has incorrect vowels. The correct spelling is C-O-M-I-T-T-E-E. The correct form doubles the letter M and the letter T and ends with E-E-E. Vocabulary and choosing the best word. Question 120. Zebras are a nom blank of wild horse. Options: A, breed, B, type, C, group. Correct. Answer: type. Explanation. The word type correctly describes zebras as a category of wild horse. Breed refers to domesticated animals with specific traits, and group does not specify that zebras belong to a category of wild horses. Question 121. They live in small families in different countries in Africa. The plains zebra is the most common and lives in the savanna woodland and treeless blank of southern and eastern Africa. Options: A. Forests. B. Grasslands. C. Deserts. Correct answer: grasslands. Explanation: zebras are known to inhabit open grassy plains, not dense forests or dry deserts. Question 122. Zebras are best known for their blank bodies. Options: A. Stripy. B. Spotted. C. Plain. Correct answer: stripy. Explanation: zebras are famous for their distinctive black and white stripes, not spots or plain bodies. Question 123. Every zebra has a different pattern of stripes, just like human blank. Options: A. Footprints. B. Fingerprints. C. Fur. Correct answer: fingerprints. Explanation: just like human fingerprints, no two zebras have the same pattern of stripes, making this the best comparison. Question 124. A baby zebra is called a blank. Options: A. Pup. B. Foal. C. Calf. Correct answer: foal. Explanation: the correct term for a baby horse or zebra is foal. Pup is for dogs and calf is used for animals like cows and elephants. Question 125. When they are born, foals have reddish-brown stripes that turn darker to become blank as they grow. Options: A. Question: white. B. Black. C. Gray. Correct answer: black. Explanation: zebra stripes darken over time, eventually turning black as they mature. Question 126. Zebras are blank, which means they do not eat meat. Options: A. Carnivores. B. Omnivores. C. Herbivores. Correct answer: herbivores. Explanation: herbivores only eat plants, while carnivores eat meat and omnivores eat both plants and meat. Question 127. A zebra will eat fresh blank, leaves, twigs, and bark. Options: A. Grass. B. Fish. C. Insects. Correct answer: grass. Explanation: zebras are plant eaters and their main food source is grass, not fish or insects. Question 128. They will often walk for hundreds of blanks to find fresh grassland. Options: A. Meters. B. Miles. C. Inches. Correct answer: miles. Explanation: zebras migrate long distances, often walking for miles in search of food and water. Question 129. Lions, blank, and leopards are predators. Options: A. Cheetahs. B. Giraffes. C. Buffaloes. Correct answer: cheetahs. Explanation: cheetahs are known to hunt zebras, while giraffes and buffaloes are not predators. Question 130. Predators that will blank zebra. Options: A. Hunt. B. Chase. C. Follow. Correct answer: hunt. Explanation: predators hunt for food, making hunt the most accurate term. Question 131. But because they can run very fast, zebras are often able to run away from blank. Options: A. Prey. B. Predators. C. Farmers. Correct answer: predators. Explanation: predators are animals that hunt other animals, while prey are the ones being hunted. Farmers are not relevant to wild zebras. Question 132. If they are blank, zebras will always protect their young. Options: A. Attacked. B. Welcomed. C. Ignored. Correct answer: attacked. Explanation: zebras defend each other when they are attacked, not when they are welcomed or ignored. Question 133. Or any injured zebras in their blank. Options: A. Pack. B. Herd. C. Swarm. Correct answer: herd. Explanation: zebras live in groups called herds, while pack refers to groups of animals like wolves, and swarm refers to insects. Underline any negative words in these sentences. Rewrite these sentences. Avoid using double negatives. Question 134. Original sentence: there isn't nobody as good at playing conkers as I am. Negative words: isn't and nobody. Corrected sentence: Nobody is as good at playing conkers as I am. Explanation. The double negative, isn't nobody, should be changed to a single negative by removing isn't and beginning the sentence with nobody. Question 135. Original sentence. It's too warm. I won't put on no coat to go outside today. Negative words. Won't and no? Corrected sentence. It's too warm. I won't put on a coat to go outside today. Explanation. The words won't and no create a double negative. Replacing no coat with a coat fixes the sentence. Question 136. Original sentence. That poor squirrel can't find the nuts he stored for winter nowhere. Negative words. Can't and nowhere. Corrected sentence. That poor squirrel can't find the nuts he stored for winter anywhere. Explanation. Can't and nowhere together create a double negative. Changing nowhere to anywhere removes the double negative. Question 137. Original sentence. I was so excited about the new school year. I couldn't hardly sleep last night. Negative words. Couldn't and hardly. Corrected sentence. I was so excited about the new school year. I could hardly sleep last night. Explanation. The combination of couldn't and hardly is a double negative. Removing "ent" from couldn't turns it into could and leaves a single negative, hardly. Question 138. Original sentence. I have never seen the woods as colorful as they are this autumn. Negative words. Haven't and never. Corrected sentence. I have never seen the woods as colorful as they are this autumn. Explanation. Haven't and never form a double negative. Removing not in haven't and keeping never makes the sentence correct. Question 139. Original sentence. That Halloween costume wouldn't scare nobody. Negative words. Wouldn't and nobody. Corrected sentence. That Halloween costume wouldn't scare anybody. Explanation. The double negative wouldn't scare nobody should become wouldn't scare anybody to avoid using two negatives together.
So for these spatial reasoning questions, you fold the shape along this dotted line so that it reflects on the other side of the mirror line. So for this one, here's the dotted line. We're just going to draw this shape here on the other side of the line. So it's going to end up looking like that. I'm just going to shade it in a bit because you won't be able to see any of the lines underneath it. Because imagine a piece of paper and you folded it over. You wouldn't be able to see any of the stuff underneath this pink bit. So the answer is A. This is that pink bit. This bit in blue is here. That's that blue bit, which was the original shape, and you folded the pink bit over the blue bit. The reason why it's not B, is because there's no pink bit here. You haven't folded anything over this part here. That's why it's not B. It's not C, because you see this part here, it's quite nearly flat here. Whereas this one is much more steeper. It's a steeper line. So it's not C either. And then D is just folded completely incorrectly, not along the mirror line at all. So it's not D. This next question, so here's the mirror line. I'm going to draw this L shape on the other side of it. It's going to end up looking like that. So the answer to this one is C. So here's the pink L bit. This is the blue bit there. The reason why it's not B is because you see next to the blue bit, there's enough space for one more square, which I've drawn in green. Space for one more square drawn in green. Whereas as you can see here, you could draw two more. So this line here is too long when it shouldn't be. So that's why it's not B. It's not A, because as you can see, this part of the L, much longer again. Whereas this is not that long, it's quite short. It's not A. It's not D again, because that's just folded incorrectly. again, because this square here should be there, not in the middle, because the mirror line is along the edge of the square. This one, here's the mirror line. So this part here is about the same length as that. So it will just fold into here, like that. So the answer to this one is A. As you can see here, it's folded in like that. The reason why it's not D, as you can see, this line here is straight, whereas the mirror line is diagonal like that. This edge shouldn't be straight then, so it can't be D because of that reason. The reason why it's not C, as you can see, the folded edge has gone way past this rectangle bit in blue when it shouldn't have, because it's not long enough to have folded over the blue square, because this line here would represent this line, and this line is not that long. It's not C. Not B, as you can see, this line here is not that long either, but it's been drawn really long, and this is supposed to have folded into the corner there. It's not B for that reason. On to the next one. Here's the mirror line. We're going to draw this shape there, so it's going to end up looking like that. The answer to this one is B. As you can see, we've got that shape there. We've got this little blue triangle there, which is here, so it's the same. So the reason why it's not C, we don't have the blue triangle, so for that reason it's not C. And it's not D because, as you can see, this triangle here is really long, where it's supposed to just be short, like small like that. It's not D for that reason. A does have the small blue triangle, but A has a flat straight line there, where it's supposed to be this sort of shape, like that. So it's not A for that reason. 143, here we've got a dash line. We've got an arrowhead on the dash line, so that's going to reflect in. So arrowhead like that, pointing towards the mirror line. It's going to end up looking like this. The answer to this one is C. We've got the arrowhead like that. We've got this blue square here. The reason why it's not B is because that's not arrowhead, that's more of a T shape. It's supposed to be point in like that wards, not flat and straight like that. So it's not B for that reason. It's not D because, as you can see, there's supposed to be a square shape under the arrowhead, whereas this is more of a rectangle. So we should do that in blue. So that's incorrect. And for A is wrong again because this is not the arrowhead. The arrowhead is supposed to come down like that. It comes straight down like that, not diagonal. It's not A for that reason. The answer is C. For these analogy questions, we've got a circle here. In box 2, that circle enlarges. So in box 3, we've got a small square here. In the answer, the square is going to enlarge and like that. Here, we've got, and we've also got this sort of L-shaped thing. And that's rotated 180 degrees. So in this one, box 3 has this curved arrow. That's going to rotate 180 degrees as well. And it's going to end up looking like this, pointing upwards like that, with this line here. So the answer is D. As you can see, we've got the curved arrow like that, and we've got the square there. It's not B, definitely, because the square hasn't enlarged. The reason why it's not A is because the curved arrow hasn't rotated at all, but the square has enlarged. but both things need to occur for it to be right. And C is quite similar to the answer, but it's not C because this is not how the curved arrow would look if you rotated it 180 degrees. Because the straight edge of the curved arrow was on the left side originally. When you rotate 180 degrees, it should end up being on the right side. And the arrow is pointing down here, it should end up pointing up. Whereas in C, the straight edge of the curved arrow was still on the left-hand side. So that's how you know it's not rotated 180 degrees. Whereas in D, it is now on the right-hand side, the straight edge of the curved arrow. So onto the next box. So we've got a number in the corner, 12. That's doubled and become 24. So in this one, we've got 16. That should times by 2. And it should equal 32. So we know the answer is not going to be C because that's 8. That's half of 16, not double. We can see in this one, we've got sort of sun shape with the arrow going through it. That's pointing in the top left corner. And now it's pointing in the top right corner. This shape also pointing in the top left. Now it should be pointing in the top right. So here. The answer is B because that also has got the 16 doubled to equal 32. It's also pointing in the top right corner now. Top left to top right. Not A because that's still pointing in the top left. And not D because that's pointing in the bottom right. This next one, we've got a rectangle that's rotated 90 degrees like that. So we've got this hexagon shape. I'll also rotate 90 degrees like that. The triangle has gone from being shaded to white. So this will also follow the same pattern, shaded to white. So we can rule out C and D because they're still shaded. And also, so the triangle here has moved to the bottom of the rectangle. This pentagon here will move to the bottom like that. So the answer has got to be E because that's moved to the bottom and it's white. Can't be A because... So the reason why it can't be A is because the triangle has also rotated in 90 degrees. This triangle here is rotated 90 degrees. Is rotated 90 degrees clockwise. If it was A, that's rotated anti-clockwise. So it's facing up when it should be facing down. So it's not A and it's not B because that hasn't moved down. It's still at the top of the hexagon shape. And we already know why it's not C and D. So for the next one, we've got this L shape. It's now moved here. So it's moved. So let's do move 1. So it's moved. They're moving clockwise round the square. So it's moved from here to here. It's now here. So it's moved 1, then 2. We've got the circle that's moved from here to here. So it's moved 1, then 2 to end up here. So in this one, the answer, we're going to have the pentagon moving 1 and 2. So it's going to be in the bottom corner like that. And the triangle is going to end up being in this top corner there. Triangle is going to be in this section here. So we can already rule out A and B because they've got a triangle in the bottom and well, first of all, A doesn't even have a pentagon, it's got a circle, so it's not A definitely. It's not B because the pentagon should be in that corner and the triangle should be in that one. the reason why it's not C is because the pentagon should still be pointing up, not down. As you can see, the L is still in this sort of shape, with the long edge at the top and the short edge at the right. It's not rotate. The L shape hasn't rotated at all. It's just moved position. So the pentagon won't have rotated. And so the answer is D. It's not E either because the triangle is in the wrong position. It should be there. So that's why it's D. In question 148, so we've got some dominoes. We've got 2 here. We've got 4 here. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8. So in this one, there should be 6. We can rule out A because that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also, we've got some arrow things. So the arrows are pointing out here. Then they go in. Then they go in again. So in this one, they must be pointing out again like that. So we can rule out C because they're going in again when they should be pointing out according to the pattern. So now we've got to decide whether the domino should be at the top or the bottom of the square. So here they're going from top, top, bottom. So going by that pattern, it's going top, top, and then it should be going back to the bottom again here. So the answer to this one is D, because that's still at the top when it shouldn't be. It's not B, it's D. In this one, we've got some triangles at the bottom. So, and they've got some lines in. So in this one, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines. In this one, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 lines. In this one, we've got 1, 2 lines. So in this triangle at the bottom, there should be 3 lines. So this one has got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can rule out B and we can rule out D because D has got no lines in the triangle. So the answer is either A or C. So we've also got some circles with some lines through it. So this has, so I'll do this in blue. So this has 0 lines through it. This has got 1. And this has got 1, 2, 3. That's got 3. So in this one, there should be a circle with 2. The answer is A, because that's got 2 lines going through it, whereas C's only got 1. So it's not C. For question 150, we've got some circles with some triangles in them. So they're going from grey, black, white, grey. So we should assume this one is going to be black again. So we can cancel out A and D. And also, the triangles are rotating 90 degrees clockwise each time. So they're going from this one, that way, that way, that way. So in this one, it should be pointing down like that. So we can rule out E because that's pointing to the side. Also, so this is a circle. Then we've got a slightly thin oval, and then an even thin oval, and then we go back to the big circle. So we can assume in this one, so let's label this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So this should have the same size oval as in number 2. So the one that has the same size oval as in the second box is B. So the answer is B. Not C, because that's the circle that's in the first box. Then, next one, we've got some pentagons. So that's pointing up, then down, then up. So the pentagon will be pointing down in this box. So we can rule out B and we can rule out D because their point is at the top for both of them. Also, the lines are going from 1, 2, 1, 1. So the lines here, there must be 2 lines here. So we can rule out C because that's only got 1 line and we can rule out E, because that's also only got one line. So the answer is A, because the pentagon's pointing down and there's two lines. For this one, so we can assume this is the mirror line. We've got arrows pointing towards it. So like that. So this will be the same. So it'll end up looking like that. So we can rule out A for this one, because that's not reflected correctly. Also, this white arrow has now become black. So this one will become black. So this arrow should be black. So the answer is D, because that's black arrow there. So not B or C, because they're white and that one's grey. For the next question, mirror line here again with this triangle reflected to become like that. So this one will end up looking like that. So we can rule out B. Also, so grey circle and the black circle have swapped around to become black and then grey. So this one should be grey and then this one should be black. So the answer is D, grey, then black. C is the wrong way around and A only contains grey, when there should be black as well. Next question. So these middle ones are all grey. So then this missing box should be white. So we can rule out C and we can rule out E. Also, as you go down the grid in each column, the triangle rotates 90 degrees clockwise. So it goes from being this way, then that way, then that way again. Same here. They're always rotating 90 degrees clockwise. So if you rotate that one 90 degrees clockwise, it should end up pointing that way like that. So we can rule out D. So now we've got to look at the lines inside the triangle. So the lines here are vertical, then they become horizontal. Here they're horizontal, then they become vertical. So here they're vertical, so in this one they must be horizontal. So the answer is B. In A they remain vertical, but they should change. Next one, we've got, so in this one, the shape in the top right corner has enlarged, so to become like that circle. So here this hexagon should enlarge like that. So we can rule out A, that one, because that's got a circle that's enlarged. Then the triangle, the large shape on the left, is now on the right. So this arrow, I'll do it in a different color. So this arrow here should now be on the, so it's gone from being on the left, now on the right. This was on the left, now on the right. And also, let's move this out. So the rectangle has gone from being thin lined to thick lined as well. So, and it has remained in the same orientation as well. So there should be the hexagon like that, with the arrow here and the pentagon here, like that. So we can rule out B, we can rule out D. So another thing to notice was that the outline shape became thickened. As you can see, it wasn't that thick there, and it became quite a thick line. So that must mean this pentagon line should also become quite thick. So the answer is E. As you can see, this is a thicker line than C. C is has quite a thin line around it. This is much thicker. So that's why the answer is E, not C. For this one, the odd one out. So here the arrows are all pointing to the bottom right corner, whereas that's pointing to the top left corner. So B is the odd one out. This one. The grey flag shape is always in front of or on top of the white stripe shape, whereas in A, it's behind it. So A is the odd one out. Here, if you add up the numbers of dots, so here it equals 6, here it equals 6, here equals 8, here it equals 8, but here it equals 7. So E is the odd one out, because these are all even numbers, whereas that's an odd number. In 159, so we've got lines and some arrows. So here there's 3 lines, 3L, 2 arrows, 2A. Here we've got 2 lines, 1 arrow. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines, 3 arrows. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines and 3 arrows. Here we've got 1, 2, 3. 3 lines and 2 arrows. So the arrows, arrows equal the line minus 1. So 3 minus 1 equals 2. 2 minus 1 equals 1. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Whereas 5 minus 1 doesn't equal 3, equals 4. So D is the odd one out. 3 minus 1 equals 2. The answer is E for that one. So for question 160, we've got some codes. So in this one, we've got some dots. This one, we've also got dots. So what they've both got in common is the P. The P must equal, so the bottom letter must be whether the shape contains dots or lines. So P equals dots. So the R must equal lines inside the rectangle shape. So there must be an R here at the bottom, so we can rule out those two. And then another thing is that they're all pointing, all the arrows are pointing in different directions. So the top letters must mean the direction they're pointing in, because there's all different letters at the top as well, S, T, and Q. And they're all pointing in different directions. So this is pointing down, and so is this. So the top letter must be an S for that one. So the answer must be D, S and R. For this one, these both have one of these shapes, and they both got an N. So one of those shapes equals N. So 2 must equal L. This one's got 2, so there must be an L at the top. So we can rule out D because that's got an O at the top. Then we've got some lines inside. So this has got 2 lines. That's M. That's got 2 lines. That's M. 1 line O. 1 line must mean O. So the answer must be C, because 1 line equals O, and 2 of these shapes equals the L at the top. So you've got to see what's in common between some of the boxes to figure out the codes. So for this one, we can see that these both have a D, and the hearts are in the middle of the square. The hearts in the question box are also in the middle, so this must be a D at the top. And also, there's all different letters at the bottom, because this has 1 shaded, this has got 2 shaded, that's got 3 shaded. So the number shaded must mean the letter at the bottom. So this has 2 shaded, and this has 2 shaded as well. So it must be an X at the bottom. So the answer must be A. Okay, now this one. So this one has got 2 intersections. So does that one. And they both got an F at the bottom. So letter at bottom equals number of intersections. So this one has got 1, 2, 3. This one also got 1, 2, 3. And that's got a G. So the letter at the bottom here must be a G, so we can rule out those 2. Also, these are all 3 different shapes. So that's a circle, that's a square, and that's a hexagon. So the letters, and these are all 3 different letters. So the letters are at top must mean the shape. So this is a circle, so it must be a K, because that is a circle as well. So it must be KG. So the answer is E. So letter at top equals the shape. So for these similarities, let's count the number of sides of the shape. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 sides. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 sides. Let's count the lines. Let's that bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 lines. Now this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lines. So the number sides equals number of lines. So that's what's similar. So let's count this. So I can already see it's not D, because that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I know rectangles have got 4 sides. So I can see that these are all have 7 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because they're all the same shape. So they all have 7 sides. So we need to find the one with 7 lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The answer is B there. Now I'm going to count C because I can see that it's got more than 7 lines. The answer can't be C. It's got to be B. The next one, so we've got 3 shapes, and for this they all decrease in size each time. So I can already see, so that's the biggest, then that's slightly smaller, then that's even smaller, big, smaller, smaller. So I already can see that it's not going to be C because those two are the same size. So it's not C. So the shapes are, what's happening to them is they're rotating 180 degrees. No, they're reflecting each time along a mirror line. So that's reflected, but they're just decreasing in size. So that's the mirror line, they've reflected. That's the mirror line, and they've reflected. Like that. The answer here must be A. Because as you can see, that's a reflection there because they're both pointing inwards there, and then they're both pointing outwards there. Here they're all pointing the same way, so it can't be B. D, that's pointing up, then down, so it can't possibly be D either. Not C already. Then for 166, so for this one, the thing for question 166 is that the shape has rotated so this shape here has rotated to become like that. So the answer for this one is C. Because it's going in a pattern, grey, then striped, but it's going to return to grey again, so it's got to be C. Then for this one, it's 2 shapes intersecting, and there's 2 intersections, and the shape that they create has, so we've got 2 triangles, and the shape they create both has 4 sides. So that's a triangle that is created, so not A, that's 3. Another triangle, not B. Another triangle, so not C. That has 4 sides, so the answer is D, because that's a triangle again. It's not E. So that's
Letter partner. First, let us understand how letter partners work. Take the alphabet and write it in a straight line. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now, split the alphabet in half between the letters M and N. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Next, assign numbers to the letters from the outside in. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. This continues up to M, which is 13. Then, N is also 13. O is 12. P is 11. This continues up to Z, which is 1. This numbering system means that each letter in the first half of the alphabet has a mirror partner in the second half. For example, A is paired with Z, B is paired with Y, C is paired with X, D is paired with W, E is paired with V. Now that we understand this system, we will apply it to each question. Question 168. The question says, CQ is to XJ as RL is to what? Let us look at the first letters of each pair. C is paired with X because C is the third letter from the front and X is the third letter from the back. Now we look at R. R is the 9th letter from the back. This means it must be paired with the 9th letter from the front. The 9th letter from the front is I. Now we look at the second letters. Q is paired with J because Q is the 10th letter from the back and J is the 10th letter from the front. Now we look at L. L is the 12th letter from the front. This means it must be paired with the 12th letter from the back. The 12th letter from the back is O. So RL is paired with IO. The correct answer is IO. Question 169. The question says AF is to ZU as UZ is to what? Let us look at the first letters of each pair. A is paired with Z because A is the first letter from the front and Z is the first letter from the back. Now we look at U. U is the 6th letter from the back. This means it must be paired with the 6th letter from the front. The 6th letter from the front is F. Now we look at the second letters. F is paired with U because F is the 6th letter from the front and U is the 6th letter from the back. Now we look at Z. Z is the first letter from the back. This means it must be paired with the first letter from the front. The first letter from the front is A. So UZ is paired with FA. The correct answer is FA. Question 170. The question says, AB is to YZ as EG is to what? First, let us look at the pattern in the first example. A is paired with Z. B is paired with Y. However, in the answer, the order is reversed. Instead of ZY, it is written as YZ. This means we must apply the same pattern to the next pair. E is paired with V because E is the 5th letter from the front and V is the 5th letter from the back. G is paired with T because G is the 7th letter from the front and T is the 7th letter from the back. If we write the letters in the same order, we get versus T. However, since the first example reversed the order, we must also reverse the order here. Instead of VT, the final answer is TV. The correct answer is TV.